Okay, guys, welcome back. Here we have Jasmine, yeah, Miss Ibu's adopted daughter. On an interview or podcast, yeah, anyone that's preferable, explained everything that happened from beginning to end, from Genesis to Revelation. So let's sit down and hold ourselves and watch and listen to what she said, because what she said is really, really much, yeah.
I started the TikTok thing and it was going well for me. I started making money from TikTok live. I was making as far as $1,000 to $2,000 weekly from TikTok live when I started streaming. So my ex-husband now would come on my live. So when I was doing live, and there's something they call gifters on TikTok live. He would usually gift me and he gifts other people too. So from there, I don't know, he went through my profile, kind of liked me, sent me a message and all of that. So we got talking now. From November 2021 to December and all of that, we got talking. So at some point, I built some trust in him because he's someone that he calls me all the time. I've done an interview with BBC Igbo. When they asked me why did you marry this man, for me it was just the fact that this guy was dedicating his time to me. Nigerian men now. You can see someone that love you, I will not even have time. They will not respond to messages and all of that. But this was the first time I was in an actual relationship that this person talks to me. If there are 24 hours in a day, he will talk to me for 21 hours.
Wow.
All of a sudden, my ex-husband started saying, he doesn't want to go back to US again. That he found out that his descent is Africa. He's 30% Cameroon, 60% Nigeria, 25% this and that. I don't know how they do that kind of thing. That he doesn't want to go back to US.
Yeah.
So he went to do NIN. So when I was not aligning with him, he went on his own, did the NIN this thing, and told me he has done his NIN. My husband and I have NIN. And while he was in Nigeria, the way we Africans go to America and it's difficult for us.
Yeah.
That's the same thing it is when American comes to Nigeria. There's a certain fee. You have to be paying for extension. And that extension was on me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I kept paying for that extension, paying for that extension, paying for that extension. I was begging my husband. I said, you are supposed to be there while you are filing for me. You're supposed to be there filing for me, not this thing. So my husband has said, okay, that he's going to be here until I get pregnant. When I'm about to give birth, that's when we will go to America. I was with this man for 9 months. I didn't get pregnant. Now, this is where this story becomes very tricky. Chudi, do you know that this guy could not get anybody pregnant? He did not tell me. How did I find out? Me, I'm very fertile. I already have a child. And I know my body. I'm one of the, I don't know about other people, but I'm very fertile. That if I don't if I'm not self-conscious and I have unprotected affair, I'm going to be pregnant. Yeah. I know that for a sure. Yeah. And my hormones are very high. So I try to protect myself at all times. But while I was with my husband, I never even got pregnant or miscarriage or anything. So that was actually giving me concern. So one day my husband told me that he wants to get Nigerian SIM card. This is how the whole thing exposed. He wants to get Nigerian SIM card. I'm like, baby, what do you need Nigerian SIM card for? You already have your US WhatsApp. It's working. The only people I feel like you should communicate with are your family. You don't really know anybody in Nigeria. He said no, he needs a Nigerian SIM card so that sometimes if he wants to take a walk, he can come in. I did not argue. We went and get a Nigerian SIM card for him. Trudy, we came back home that night. I was with my husband on the bed. Somebody called him, a Nigerian number. Immediately, the person called him. He picked. It was a guest voice. He ended the call. I said, babe, who is calling? Who is this person calling you? He said he doesn't know. Maybe it's a wrong number. I said it's not possible. My husband swore on heaven and earth that it was a wrong number. I said, okay. When he was sleeping, that was the first time in my life I ever say I'm going to go further. When he said it's a wrong number, I said, okay, call the person back. He refused. Call the person back. He refused. It became something, a very big fight in our house that everybody knew. We were arguing so loud. Everybody knew. Then do you know what I did? While he was asleep, he already gave me the number. I went to callers. What did they call that thing? Callers ID. The name came out. Roots. Her name came out on the this thing, on the So when her name came out, I woke my husband up that night. I said, "Who is Roots?" The way he looked shocked is like him himself. He has never had the name before, so I felt so stupid. He was asking me who is Roots. I said, who is Roots? He was asking me, so I said, you don't know who is Roots? He said, no. This is very important because this is how I came to realization of everything that I didn't know.
Right.
I went to his platform. I went to his TikTok. I searched for Roots. The name Rootsy came out. I went to Instagram. I searched for Rootsy. Rootsy came out. I said, you don't know who Rootsy is? He said, no. I said, can I have your phone, please? Finally, when my husband gave me his phone, my ex-husband gave me his phone, I went straight to his Instagram, that same name. I went to the chat. I saw all the conversation. Chudi, My husband promised this girl marriage. The same pattern that he was going with me was the same pattern he was going with her. Even he told her that she should not worry that. But I know she's going to see this video, and she knows because I called the girl's number. I said, hello. I called it, I put it on speaker. My husband is sitting right next to me. I said, madam, you remember I called you earlier, and you told me that it was a wrong number. Are you not Ruthie? I said, thank God I can see your picture and everything, all your conversation with my husband and everything. By this time tomorrow, you will see yourself on social media. She now said, no, to be very honest, that she's sorry, that my husband lied to her that we are not married, that he's just using me. Hey. Trudy, she said that in front of my husband. I was sitting next to my husband, and that girl said that in a call. My husband has started apologizing. And I said, okay, is there any more secret? And do you know, at the point, to the very moment that this marriage ended, there was no time I wanted to leave him. So when all those things happened that night, I was going through everything, I saw everything. I called all those people, I started messaging them, please, how much is he owing you? Let me pay. The ones I can pay, I paid 2 people. The ones I cannot pay, I told him, okay, give him some time, he'll go. Different people had different experience with him. Right. He promised about 5 girls marriage. And then when I went to my husband's phone, I started seeing a lot of girls, mostly Yoruba, mostly BB TikTokers. And I saw a message. Everything like happened in the same day. I saw a message of child support message. My husband is paying child support. I asked my husband, now about the child support, can you tell me, do you have children or not? My husband swore to me on his mother's life that he has never gotten anybody's pregnant. Let me speak to your mom. I collected the phone. I called his mom. For the first time, I was able to have a lengthy conversation with his mom. I said, Mom, I have an issue with David now. I just saw child support message on his phone, and David is telling me he doesn't have kids. Then she said, that why is he telling that? Am I saying that I don't know that he's married with kids? Hey. No, was married, or he's married with kids. And I said, no, that he did not tell me. She said, David had 3 children and 4 grandchildren. That she has told him severally to tell me that she's surprised that he has not told me. My husband was looking at me dumbfounded. He couldn't say anything. I said, honey, is it true that you're having 3 children and you're still married? That's when he now told me that he's not still married, that he was divorced. He was divorced in 1995. That time I was not even born. I wasn't born the year he said he was divorced.
I'm sorry.
The time of the year he said, the month in the year he said he was divorced, I wasn't born. Let me just fast forward to, I went to Haja police station to make a report. The report I made was because I know he was going to leave my house, and I was the one that invited him to Nigeria. So if he's going to leave at that point,
you would be responsible.
I'll be responsible. Yeah. So I only wanted him to. All I wanted was for him to go and sign on undertaking that he has absolutely nothing to do with me and stuff. Then later we can proceed about divorce. On getting to the station, it was on my husband's police report, on his statement, that he acknowledged for the first time since I met him that he had 3 children. The police, I put it in here. He had 3 children, 4 grandchildren, and I wasn't aware of it. Remember I told you that he couldn't get me pregnant. He told me, he confessed to me that he did this thing. I don't know what they call it. Men do it in America. Right. That is why we could not have, he couldn't get me pregnant. Right. And even if I didn't find out all these things, I would have been with this man and been thinking maybe I suddenly became barren and I would never have child. So that one was the deal breaker for me. The fact that I can never have child. I'm very young. I only have 1 child, and I'm looking forward to have 2 or 3 more, or even 4. You understand? So when he told me that he could not have child and all of those, then I was not asking him, why did you marry me in the first place? And I even later discovered that this guy had no intention to even travel to abroad. Yeah. Everything he was doing, changed my name, everything was for him to get stuck in Nigeria. Yeah. Then I now discovered that he had a case of felony in the US. Right. You know what felony is? Yeah. It was that he was running away from. Yeah. As we speak now, my ex-husband is still in Nigeria.
What?
He's still in Nigeria since he came since 2022 that he came to see me. The reason why he came, his passport is at Aja police station. After the entire thing, I told him personally, go and take your passport. I don't want to pursue any case against you, because if I lock this guy for fraud, for defrauding me of over $34,000, all the money I made from all my social media platform, not just TikTok, but the majority of it came from TikTok. If I lock him, I'm still the one that will go and bail him out. Nobody from US will come and bail him out. Even his mom calls me to ask about her son. So when I told him, when those people that he was owing found out that there was a case about him in Aja police station, they came and made a group report. About 8 different people reported him. So that case is there of fraud. So the case he's running away from was the people he defrauded, and they told him to tell them how he's going to pay and how he will be visiting. He doesn't want to go there because of that case. So he abandoned his passport in Aja police station, and he cannot travel. So with everything I've experienced in my marriage, my marriage,
your former husband.
Yeah, my former husband, I'm looking forward to make it.
So guys, that's the end of the video. Let's not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share to friends, family, and loved ones. Yeah. So thanks guys. Thanks for watching.